Hello friend, and welcome to the slowest sim driving channel on YouTube, and welcome to Whack E Wednesday, a celebration of electric vehicles in motor racing. Along with the Discord, we're going to be racing for progressively more powerful electric vehicles. Starting with the i3 on the streets of Willow Springs 2, which is always, a terrible place to race anyway. But at least with the i3, it's not going to go fast enough to crash in theory. The drivers have qualified for this first race, and Tweetman leads us away, although it's Famished Uncouth who takes the lead briefly. Everyone's done a great job with deliveries for this. And They Hate Melty up there with Tweetman. It's going to be another one of those days by look of, oh no, but They Hate Melty gets punted out by Famished, who then goes off themselves. So we've got John Boy, who's joining us from the Race Asylum Academy. Hey, John Boy. And behind him is fellow Race Asylum Academy teammate Kevman. We've got Safalicious in fourth. Safalicious, of course, from SSBB. Famished Uncouth fifth. Gaby up in sixth. Zafra in seventh. And I was really languishing down there in eighth. These are timed races. They're timed 15 minutes. So let's settle in and enjoy this racing action. I say action, it's i3s, so the action will come. Oh, somebody leaping through the air in the background. I think that may have been Zafra. Melty all the way down in 8th, so he's not going to be doing his usual challenging Tweetman for every corner. We do have some boosting on to make sure everybody stays close together in the race, but with the i3s, it's not really that effective. Hopefully Tweetman is just going to run away with everything. But he might do, you never know. Who's that off? Oh, look at Safalicious there taking a very aggressive line. Going through the dirt there. Kevman in fourth, out very wide there. Looks like Gaby might be to come underneath him. Oh, but Gaby didn't have the inside of the next corner, so couldn't quite make it happen. Gaby having another look at Kevman. Oh, Kevman out wide. Gaby out wide. They hit Melty there with a penalty. So he's going to have to try and get rid of that before the end of the race. Well, he doesn't have to get rid of it, but he's going to want to make sure every second counts during this race. We do expect this series to be close. I'll have to wait and see just how close it is. Oh, Melty drifts off track at the background there. So this not working out for Melty at all. This, of course, not the first time we've raced the i3s. Last time Melty did win the i3 series. Oh, Gaby's just lost it. Oh, goes airborne. So that's not where Gaby wants to be, down there in 10th and last. Very unfortunate. Let's hope he can use some of that boost to catch back up. Meanwhile, Tweetman absolutely romping away. Clearly the experts at driving slow, unmanageable vehicles. And John Boy second, Safalicious third. These guys are just checking out at the front. I'm surprised how the field is spreading out, but it is. There you go. Nothing I can do about that. There's the Grandpa Mobile. And we are on to lap 3. Already 3 minutes gone. So 1.5 minutes per lap. Probably about 8 laps in total. Maybe I'm way off with the maths there. I might be off with the maths. Who knows? Find out near the end. There's Zafra in 9th. Just hanging on there, and Gaby in 10th. Trying to find some action on the field. Oh, Safalicious has a penalty. That was like a track limits infringement. And then we've got Melty in 5th. Oops, and a bit of an issue there for me. Just parking the car in the sand for the moment, because that's what you do with an i3, rather than drive it on the road and be embarrassed by the fact that you own one. That's pretty mean, really. I shouldn't say things like that. Or should I? No, Famished there all over the back end of Melty. Meanwhile, it looks like Safalicious has caught John Boy. Safalicious purple at the moment, despite that penalty. John Boy going to the inside, looking a little bit defensive for that corner. Can Safalicious get a slipstream? Can anybody get a slipstream in an i3? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, I suppose. Or perhaps we'll have to wait and see. I don't know. We're on lap 4, nearly 4.5 minutes gone. That first corner is so tight, and the change of direction very, very sharp. doesn't really suit these cars because they're very soft and spongy. Melty trying to go up the inside of Kevman there. Didn't quite make it happen. Have to get up early in the morning on that to pass Kevman. Even though he's off track there, Kevman still managed to hold the place. Oh, but Melty's got through. Lots of bumping going on. It looked like Melty was squeezing Kevman, and Kevman wasn't too pleased about it. Surprise, surprise. Zafra's been up to 8th in the background. We'll be seeing more of Zafra later on. He's not a hard charging driver. Can Kevman come back at Melty? I think he's going to have a go. No, he's just dropping back a little bit. So Melty scurrying away. Got Famished now, right on Kevman's rear bumper. Can't do anything with it right now, but there's been an opportunity coming up soon. We've got a very tight braking zone coming up here. Although Kevman has wandered off track. Can Famish go around the outside? I don't think so. No, so the next real opportunity is going to be at the braking zone after the start-finish line. Which is it's a very tight corner coming up. Perhaps Famish is going to make a move there. I don't actually think they're close enough to make a move. Even though Kevman was trying to scrub that penalty, someone's out wide. Oh, it's Kevman that's gone out wide. So Famish actually comes underneath. Oh, but then the next part of the track goes all wrong. That changed direction, catching people out. Up and down the field. So Famish up down to 7th, and it's going to be Zafra having a go at Famish. Zafra's green machine getting in on the action. Mackie there in 9th place. Looks like he's just sitting back and waiting for everybody else to bin it. And just in the background of the picture there was Gaby, so Gaby actually catching back up to the pack, which is what we want to see. Really nice colour scheme there, Mackie. Black on yellow, I approve, as you surely know that I will. Oh, got some tyres squealing. That's Kevman off. And it's back on. He survived. I think it's quite easy to recover from an incident in these cars, but Zafra there has made an absolute meal of that. Dropped back down to 9th. And he did it. He did exactly what I said. Mackie just sat and waited for us all to fall off the track, and he's just driven straight past us. So well done, Mackie. Good strategy, it worked. Famished, however, has scurried back off and is once again challenging Kevman. Saflish has fallen away a little bit in 3rd, and there's John Boy in 2nd just up ahead. So you just see him in the picture there. Tweetman has checked out at the front. He's gone. He wants this race. Of course, because of the way GT Sport simulates batteries, there's no issue with the batteries running out on these cars, and for this event we've got no tyre wear on either. We're just focusing on the racing. If you can race on cars that basically have bicycle wheels, we'll have to wait and see. Gaby there's caught up in the background. Kevman scrubbing his penalty. Oh, Famish not quite able to get the momentum there to make the pass. Have another go. Kevman with the inside, it's going to hold that position. Of course, all this bickering is slowing them both down and allowing the rest of the field to catch up. Kevman was a little bit squirrely just there. So hard to just find those few extra tenths, a couple of extra miles per hour here and there in these cars. Oh, but this battle between Kevman and Famished, absolutely nail-biting. Sorry, that was sarcasm. Yes. It looks as though Famish has the inside of this corner, and they're going to go pretty much side by side across the start-finish line. There we go. So close. That does give Famish the advantage for the next corner, but then the track does go to the right, which might come back to Kevman, but no, the move is done, and that's Famish through. So this time it's Kevman doing the chasing. Gaby has managed to make it up to 7th, so he's done really well, but he's overcooked it there. Managed to hold that place, I think. Oh, just dropping down to 8th. Looking very squirrely. Very squirrely indeed. And I tried to go around the outside of him in the Grand Palmobile, but he was too fast. He was chasing after Kevman. And that's Gaby up to 6th. Is he going to hold it? Kevman comes back at him. everywhere you look, the action is happening. Kevman seems to be there, and Kevman is off. Punted by Gaby. Oh, who then loses the back end, takes a penalty. And Gaby drops down to 7th. Some great fighting on there. Zafra down in 9th, and myself in 10th. I'm not quite sure what was going on with our race, but there were a lot of good drivers here for this. Tweetman just in a class of his own up at the front. And there's John Boy, who actually just put in a faster lap than Tweetman on that lap. Tafalicious not quite able to hang on. And then They Hate Melty is actually catching up as well. So They Hate Melty has broken away from that big midfield scrap, which is led by Famished at the moment, with Gaby just behind, but Gaby's got a 1 second penalty. He's been off the track a couple of times. Oh, now a 2 second penalty. That penalty is growing and growing. He wants to scrub that as quickly as he can. Zafra somehow made it up to 7th at this point. He'll be looking for a way past Gaby at the first available opportunity to try and catch up to Famished. I'm not quite sure how he got there. Of course, we missed the pass, but there he is. Gravel all over the place. Oh, and Zafra's punted Gaby off. He's not going to be pleased about that at all. That is a very high-speed crash. It's not a high-speed crash, it's a very low-speed crash for Gaby. That does put him last, and he's now just collecting penalties. Oh, you can see the anger in the body language of that car. Absolute frustration for Gaby. It was somehow came out ahead of Mackie and didn't get a penalty and didn't get reset. I'm not quite sure how that worked. The game may choose to penalise him later on. We're well past the 10-minute mark now. We're approaching what I would consider to be the end game for this. There's 3.5 minutes left. People need to be really getting those laps in. Zafra tries to go around the outside of Kevman. You're not going to make that happen, and I'm going to take advantage of that. That is Grandpa up to 6th. Thank you very much. Grandpa coming through. Commission goes up there with a penalty, but that's going to be a very quick one to scrub. It's 0.1 seconds. Probably the remainder of a track limits infringement. Now at this point, I got the fast lap of the race. I'm not quite sure how that happened, but there you go. There you go. Kevman and Zafra battling just behind. It's the battle of the ghosted car trying to get rid of a penalty. And Zafra used that as advantage to actually phase through Kevman. Perhaps not the most dignified way to overtake somebody, but it's clearly worked. So Zafra now, hungry for 6th. And, Grandpa hungry for 5th. Let's see how this is going to play out. Look at that suspension getting absolutely squished. That's Zafra up to 6th. He made it work. And Kevman up to 7th. So places changing all the time, but this midfield pack just absolutely lost touch with the front pack. And in the background we've got a Gaby off on the mini map. He's really exploring alternate lines at the moment. Zafra and Kevman side by side. Zafra wants that place from Famished, but is he going to get it is the question. Not if Kevman's got anything to do with it. And there is Kevman side by side with the Grandpa Mobile. Kevman coming off better in that particular scrap. Has Kevman got a run on Zafra? I think he has. I think he's going to have a go up the inside. Perhaps trying to slingshot himself up towards Famished. No, they're still side by side. All the way around the corner. Now we're going 3 wide in that top corner. That is not somewhere you want to be 3 wide. Especially in an I3. But that's some great action there. Lots of respect being shown. Just not to the cars because we've got no respect for them. And Kevman somehow got shuffled right to the back of that. He got really unlucky, but you know, we can't all be at the front of the pack. Someone's got to be at the back. Probably Grandpa at some point. As Kevman looks to the inside, sends it. Side by side with Zafra. Oh, just squeezing Zafra out. Zafra nudging back. We've got less than a minute to go. This could potentially be the final lap. We have one more after it. We'll have to wait and see. Depends on when Tweetman crosses the line. Tweetman is round. You can't see it on your screen, but on the mini-map, Tweetman just spun. So now John Boy's right behind him. Look in the top right corner, you can see at the head of the field, John Boy is just behind Tweetman. And here, we've got the battle for 7th and 8th. So look wherever you want to look. Zafra there, making it up to 7th. So here's Tweetman coming through to... Oh, he's found a Gaby to lap. So I thought that Tweetman and Gaby were close together and the Tweetman had spun, but no, it was Gaby who spun and Tweetman who was going to lap him. So, panic over. This is the final lap and Tweetman is coming through to win round 1 of 4. So he's putting his foot down. He wants to win this event. It was Tweetman's idea to do an electric vehicle series, and here it is. John Boy comes in over the line second. Well done, John Boy. Although it says he's first for some reason. We know that he's not. The game has just messed up completely. Stafflish is third, Melty fourth. Now it's John Boy's just vanished. Okay, so the game's had a little bit of a glitch. Don't worry, the points were recorded correctly. And oh, Kevman's had a bit of an accident there. But I think Kevman was being controlled by the AI at the time. So for some reason, the game is making John Boy do another lap. Clearly, it doesn't believe he's been tortured enough yet. I think he's been tortured more than enough, game. Just let it go. Let him finish. Nobody wants to do any more laps of this awful, awful track with these awful, awful cars. Poor John Boy. Don't know what he's being punished for, but he'll be feeling that punishment, believe me. Here's your race winner for the first round. Tweetman getting plenty of points. He's going to want to win this. It's been a while since Tweetman's won a Wacky Wednesday, so he's really going to want to get in there with some points. Just wait for John Boy to cross the line with his extra lap that he had to do. Of course, John Boy wasn't the only person who got totally screwed over by the rating system there, but we sorted it all out in the end. So for round 2, we've got the Teslas out. John Boy on pole because the order was all messed up in the previous race. We're at Lago Maggiore. This is the east section and we're doing it in reverse. John Boy, then Safalicious, Gaby, Mackie, Kevman. You can see how the reverse grid is just completely messed up. We're away. John Boy gets a good start. Safalicious gets a good start. John Boy's livery, absolutely beautiful for this event. Great job with that. Safalicious could be the first car into that first corner. Oh, Gaby up into first. Is he going to stay there? He's doing a good job so far, side by side with John Boy. Safalicious trying to make it 3 wide. We've got Melty up in 4th. He's coming up fast. 3 wide into this corner as well. John Boy's going to come out ahead, and then Gaby and Safalicious. Fabulous sound these cars make at speed. Oh, Gaby out wide. Collects John Boy. John Boy manages to hold it, but Gaby is around. John Boy gets shuffled back a little bit. But it's early in the race, to be able to come back from that surely. Safalicious takes the lead, and look at this Tweetman already battling for the lead. But there's Melty as well. Melty slips into the lead. Of course, Melty's not going to want Tweetman to win this. Melty is going to want to be doing everything he can to stop Tweetman because their rivalry runs deep. Further back, we've got Safalicious in 3rd. John Boy has just taken 3rd, actually, and Safalicious now in 4th. Famished in 5th, Kevman 6th, Zafra 7th, and Grandpa 8th out of 10 cars. This is another 15-minute race. At least this is a little bit faster than the previous one. They might be able to get some slipstream going in this particular race. Very interesting colour scheme there on Tweetman's car. A very interesting line that Melty just took, which has lost him the lead. So Tweetman leads once more. He's absolutely on it. Zafra's popped up into 4th. As Zafra's catching up to this front group. We'll be with them very, very shortly. Oh, Tweetman drifting around that first corner. That puts Melty right on him, but that also puts Zafra into second, who just sneaks past Melty. And Famished in fourth as well. These 4 cars breaking away at the head of the field. So this looks like your race for the lead. This pack of 4. Are they going to be together for the entire 15 minutes? Tweetman not getting the easy run that he had in the first race. In fact, Zafra looking very comfortable in this Tesla. Good to see him up there. And of course, Famished always clinging on. I'm sure Famished's time for winning one of these events is coming. It's got to be nigh. But for now, Tweetman and Zafra, they hit Melty right on Zafra's bumper. Can he do anything? There's a very tight left-hander coming up, so it's a very heavy braking zone. Melty pops out of the slipstream. He's going to have a go up the inside. A little bit sideways, but gets it done. Melty up into second. Can Zafra get him back on this straight? It's a nice long run. Oh, we're not quite at the straight yet. There's a bit of a chicane first. Oh! Melty goes out wide and around. Oh, Melty, what are you doing? Famished snuck through during that little accident into second place. Tweetman's going to want to stay in that slipstream and try to get underneath Famished into this first left-hander. And it looks like Melty has lost touch. Can he pull it back? Zafra sneaks into the lead. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky Zafra. Famished second, and now Tweetman suddenly shuffled down to third. So a complete reversal. From less than half a lap ago, somebody is spinning around on the map. I'm not quite sure who that is. I think it's Gaby, who's just gone round. He was doing reasonably well until that time. Wow, lots happening. Lots and lots happening, lots going on. Zafra is your leader. As we just passed the 4-minute mark, so about 11 minutes to go. Melty all over the back of Tweetman's car. Right, is he going up the inside? He is. Tweetman getting shuffled right off the track there. Melty also went off the track with him. Melty there trying to take some valuable points away from Tweetman. The question is this Tweetman's event? Has he decided to do an EV event because he can drive the EVs really well? We're going to find out, aren't we? Famished in second there. Seems to be losing touch with Zafra. He's looking supremely comfortable out front. Oh, Famished not looking comfortable as the back end of that car kicks out. Melty there, just about gets it around that corner. Is Melty going to be able to use the slipstream to make a lunge into that first corner? Or is it better to wait and, you know, have the slipstream at the end of the race? Oh, Melty out too wide, hits the barrier, loses speed. Oh, Famished as well also went round. So suddenly things have been changed around again. Suddenly Tweetman's in second, Melty is third, Famished is fourth without penalty, but a long way back to Kevman in fifth. So I don't think Famished has any issues regarding that. Just screw off that penalty and try again. Oh, look at Melty overdriving the car, trying to keep up with Tweetman. Not a lot of grip in these cars. They were just using road tyres. Oh, that's going to be a penalty for track limit infringement. So unlucky Melty. At least you're trying. At least you're trying. But up ahead, Zafra is just gone. Absolutely driving his heart out. Probably wishing this was an evening of Tesla events. Sorry, Zafra, it is not. This does mean, though, this is anybody's. It's 4 races. This is race 2. And it's still absolutely anybody's. Tweetman not dominating. Zafra's about to come out that last corner. We're over 1/3 distance. We're approaching half distance. Tweetman does seem now to be reeling Zafra in. I don't know if it's a really terrible lap, but he's just found 3.5 seconds out of nowhere. I guess that's the benefits of being in clear air and not coming under constant attack from Melty. Can Tweetman catch Zafra before the end of the race? It's looking likely. All Tweetman has to do is catch that England flag, and then perhaps he can make something out of it. Speaking of catching, Famished Uncouth, they're very close to Melty. Oh, John Boy making a move on Kevman. Up into 5th place, is he? And Kevman come back at him? No, Kevman did not come back at him. We've really got 3 packs right now. We've got a... Oops, I've flashed off the track. We've got a pack of 4 at the front. We've got a pack of 3 at the back. We've got a pack of 3 here in the middle. So it's interesting the way this is a very, very different dynamic to the first race. Just with a change of track and car. Safalicious going around there. That is not the way you want to be taking that corner. Oh, Safalicious there choosing to burn the entire penalty in one go. Speaking of penalties, Gaby is collecting penalties. He's got a massive penalty to get rid of there. 6.2 seconds. There's the Grandpa Mobile in 9th and Mackie in 10th. So this is your pack at the back. The 3 drivers who are not getting on with the Tesla at all. Somebody who is getting on with the Tesla is Zafra and Tweetman. And it looks like this battle is on. At this point, Tweetman could get the slipstream and take a lunge. Is he going to do it? He's not. He's not quite close enough yet. Tweetman definitely reeling in Zafra. This could be a bit of a photo finish. Who knows, they could take each other out and completely mess up everything. Right now, Tweetman has everything to lose, and Zafra has everything to gain. So that's kind of the mindset that they're in. Melty just racking up the penalties. What has been going on with Melty? He must be trying to hit every single apex and just driving over all of them. Famished in 4th, could take advantage of that. Oh, Tweetman's out wide. Tweetman's out wide. He was so close to Zafra, but back end of the car just let go. But he's managed to drift it and even catch up, which is just crazy. Is Tweetman about to get the lead? He's on the outside for the next corner. He's going to want to get this done before the corner. But I don't think he's done it at this time. Can he drive around the outside of Zafra? He's doing it. He's driving around the outside of Zafra. Unbelievable. Such confidence in the car. Zafra, they're taking a much tighter line. And oh, is he going to come back at him? I think Zafra's going to come back at Tweetman. They could be side by side as they go across the line. Look at that. Not much separating those 2 cars. Meanwhile, John Boy has managed to hold himself back in, and he's caught up with Famished, but because Zafra and Tweetman have just checked out at the front. They are off, doing their own thing, having their own race, in a league of their own, it would seem. But Tweetman has the advantage right now. Zafra trying his best to keep up. Melty coming under pressure from Famished. Is Famished Uncouth about to come through into 3rd place? I think so, yeah. There we go. Oh, Melty gets it back. Melty's just a little bit braver on the brakes there. Famished out wide. Look out. There's a whole pack of cars behind you about to arrive. Led by Safalicious and then John Boy and Kevman. This is about to become a very messy midfield scrap. With just 4 minutes of the race remaining. John Boy's going to hope that he doesn't have to do an extra lap this time. And Safalicious having a look at Famished. No, just too far back at the moment. Safalicious opting for that minimalist livery by not making a livery. Good effort. Safalicious jumps underneath Famished Uncouth and goes through into 4th. So coming back from the brink of absolutely nowhere, and John Boy having a go now. John Boy trying to go underneath Famished's car. Doesn't get to do it. Safalicious a little bit sideways. Famished unable to capitalise on that. The car's squirming and sliding all over the place. Let's just review the order then. We've got 3 minutes to go. Tweetman leads from Zafra. Then They Hate Melty. Famished Uncouth in 4th behind Safalicious. Then John Boy, Kevman, Grandpa, Mackie, and Gaby. Oh, and Saflicious hit the barrier. Oh, Saflicious had such a good run to come back up, but all to do again. Probably not enough time to do it in now. Famished all over the back of John Boy. It looks like they're losing touch with Melty. Melty perhaps has his podium place sewn up at this point. But there's still plenty of action to go. John Boy in fourth gets absolutely hounded. Can he keep that fourth place? Of course, John Boy was at the front at the start of the race and it all went horribly wrong. So he was kicking himself, probably driving angry, really throwing that car around. Everything he can to try and get past Melty, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think Melty's gone. Only 2 minutes to go. I don't think there's enough of a speed difference to catch back up. Safalicious there, muscling his way past Kevman. Can he hold it? Kevman coming back. Safalicious has the inside for the next corner though. Kevman's going to carry more momentum, but Safalicious is on the apex. Oh, sneaky move from Kevman. Absolutely brilliant. Throws that right up the inside of Safalicious where you would think you couldn't get a car. But, well, there was a car. 1.5 minutes to go. Zafra has just snuck into the lead. We didn't see how, but sneaky Zafra. This is not over. Tweetman trying to come back at him. It's not happening. Zafra doing a great job there up at the front, where he looks very comfortable. Tweetman, we know though, he's a good chaser and he's a good overtaker. So here he goes around the outside. Has he gone too far around the outside? Well, kept on the black stuff, but Zafra kept the lead. Has Tweetman taken the lead now? What a bold move around the outside that was. Now Tweetman's going to be hoping that if he can come out that final corner in the lead, the race will be over because there's still 30 seconds to go. And if they've got an extra lap, that's an extra lap of battling to be done. Oh, it looked as though Zafra had a bit of an opening there. It didn't keep. It's going again. And from Banzai Sen, Tweetman sideways, loses full momentum. Zafra sneaks through, and then Tweetman just gets too hard on the throttle. About 5 seconds left. Is Zafra going to take the checkered flag? Is he going to win? Well, he doesn't take the checkered flag, but he has won because Tweetman takes second. Melty takes third. There goes the line fourth. Is it John Boy? Yep, John Boy. Then Famished. Kevman, Safalicious, Grandpa. Amazingly, Zafra, although he's won, he's not taken the checkered flag yet. It's impossible for him to be any lower than first at this point. Oh, Mackie just started braking himself. Yeah, but there was still 2 seconds left when Zafra crossed the line, so he does have to do another lap. Good job there's no fuel in these cars. Or good job that the batteries aren't simulated. Come on, Mackie, get that car across the line. There we go. Mackie takes 9th position, so Gaby is last. I'm guessing by those hazard lights that he's on auto drive at the moment. Here comes Zafra. She had to finish the race. Another driver having to do a lap of honour after John Boy did it in the previous race. But at least it looks like the standings are in the right order this time. I think really Zafra just wanted to show off the player logo a little bit more. Show off his channel logo. Remember to subscribe to Zafra991 for Gran Turismo Sport and Gran Turismo 7 content. I'm subscribed, why aren't you? And there we go, the checkered flag this time. All he's got to do is just hit the accelerator and hope for the best. There we go. Zafra wins race 2. So this isn't the Tweetman show. There's a challenge. Thank you very much to all the racers who took part. I hope to see you in the second race. The second video. And thank you to Discord. If you're new around here, consider a sub. And until next time, be good to yourself, be good to those around you. Bye-bye for now.